Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the boys basketball coach at Lansing Catholic. It's Jake Bullock. How's it going?
Casey, man, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's going really well. Full swing of the season, and excited to see us continue to grow and where we can go from here.
Of course, you got your first win as a coach, as a high school coach. Congratulations on that. Of course,
Thank
for a lot of people that might not know, of course, you spent the last few years at Western Michigan. Under Steve Hawkins and Clayton Bates when they were there.
you. Mhm.
And of course, when this job opened up, it's like, wow, all right, might as well try it. Me. Did you ever think about being a high school coach at one point?
Honestly, for the longest time, I never thought I was like, I don't see myself, doing it because I loved college so much. And then due to the transfer portal and NIL, I kind of was like, I don't know if college is for me anymore. Now I'm all for kids being able to pick different schools and, go somewhere that fits them best. And, also, make money off their name, image, and likeness. But for me as a coach, when it comes to that's your livelihood, and kids being able to get up and leave whenever they want to and, go different places. And, I was just like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. And I started thinking about high school. And then, like I said, Lansing Catholic's job came open, kind of like you said. And I was like, if there's anywhere I'm going to go, it's going to be back home. So I was excited when there was the opportunity. And yeah, so.
And you are a Lansing Catholic alum as well.
Yes, yep. I played, graduated in 2012. We had a pretty good team, but it's really tough when you play against a Lansing Sexton team with three Big Ten guards. Power forward who scored 1,500 points in college at Oakland, and Jalen Hayes and Trevor Manuel, Jeff Kane, Kyron Kemp. I mean, they had two NBA players. So you see those guys in your district every year. You're not gonna have too many awards, but no, we had a pretty good program. But yeah, I played back in 2012 was my senior year.
For sure. And of course, you're kind of going into it. What was it like to just try to get to know the guys and all that stuff? And because this is kind of a world you haven't been used to.
Yeah, I mean, it started with we had summer basketball, and the Friday before summer basketball started was the day I officially got the job. I want to give a shout out to my AD Ken Hintz. The most rigorous process for going through interviews to become a coach I've ever had in my career. Like you said, I've been a Division I assistant coach. I was the youngest Division I assistant coach in the country. It was easier to become a Division I assistant coach than get this Lansing Catholic coaching job. So it was a real rigorous process. But once he officially offered me the job and I was able to accept, we did have the summer, so we had a little bit of time there. But yeah, like you said, you got to be able to get with the kids, adapt to them, get to know them, and yeah, it's been a process. I mean, it's obviously nice. We have great kids and great families, which help a lot. But yeah, I mean, we had to get to know each other quick, and being the small school we are, a lot of our kids play multiple sports, so didn't get to see a lot of the guys in the fall, but go to the football games, check them out, go hang, go see them, and yeah, it's been a process building a relationship, but love all the kids that we have.
So talk about those. Well, let's talk about them for a second. Talk about the guys coming back and some of the faces to watch this year.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll start with Luch Garazi. I mean, Luch is our power forward. He's about 6'6". He's got a handful of small college offers. Can really shoot it, long, athletic. What he's learning to do is be one of the main guys on a program. In the past he hasn't been, and he has all the tools to be. I mean, I think Luch is gonna have a really good college career. Whoever gets him, he's gonna be a really good college basketball player because he's a great kid, works his tail off. So I'd start with Luch. The other one is Dean Jacobs. Dean is probably one of the best shooters in the area. I mean, I think he's somebody that I think I'd put him up against anybody when it comes to catch and shoot threes. Real talent. It's funny. He's only 6 foot, but rebounds the basketball pretty well. And has that skill set and, tough kid. His cousin, Jack Jacobs, another really tough kid, was a really good football player. Is going to be huge for us, in the basketball season. We're super excited about him as well. He's kind of, been one of our point guards, and, like I said, at the end of the day, he's a kid that I think we can trust to handle the basketball, create for others, and then, is a good shooter as well. And then, we got two younger kids, Justin Deverona, who, played on the team last year, I think got pulled up. And he can really shoot it. And, Drew Tolfrey, who's also a sophomore, who I think is going to be a really, really good player. But that's just to name a few. But I mean, we have really, really good players, and I think we go on and on about every kid, but just to name a few, I'd say those are some guys to watch for sure.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk about where you think you guys are at right now. As many people, as I've talked to a lot of coaches throughout the time, I know a lot of coaches are kind of battling um, with the sickness going. With a lot of kids are feeling under the weather. I know that the bug has kind of hit your team a little bit. Overall, how do you where do you think you guys are at right now?
Well, I mean, like you said, we did have to cancel our last game against Ionia due to sickness. I mean, we had 11 of our 14 players who were out sick. So I hope they are getting better. We didn't do anything Thursday. We couldn't obviously play. We didn't play Friday. We had 3 kids that could work out today. That was it. So hopefully they are getting better. But I mean, there's going to be a lot of growth throughout the whole year. With only 7 real days of practice, I think we had 7 days of practice and 2 scrimmage dates. It's going to be a growing process. I'm used to college, you get 3 months, right? So it's a little bit of an adjustment, getting 7 days, and even talking to some of the veteran coaches. Like I talked to Coach Swinehart from Ione, and he's like, Jake, man, this 2 weeks thing was kind of crazy for me. And I'm like, well, coach, I'm used to 3 months. So you want to talk about crazy for you? It's been crazy for me. So I think we'll continue to get better like every team throughout the year. And he's got to continue to get better every single day. That's what we strive to our guys.
Yeah. So also, I know that you're also entering the league where it's I don't know if you know this, but it changed a lot since the last time you were in it.
Yeah.
Of course, with the division. To kind of talk about your side of the league, how do you think that your league's going to do this year?
I mean, I think our league is really good. I mean, now I haven't been around too much, but I know Coach Swinehart and followed Ionia for a while, and he's one hell of a coach. I mean, the guy can really coach. Like I watched their freshman in JV play our freshman in JV, and his program is unbelievable. I mean, I got nothing but respect for that guy and what he's built over there and what they continue to build. So I think they're a really good team. Sexton is a storied program. They just took one of my guys. Kyron Kemp is now an assistant for him. Kyron was on those state championship teams back in the day with Denzel Valentine and Brent Forbes. And so he'll be a great addition to their staff. And so I know they'll be really, really good. Charlotte has had some good athletes. We played them in the summer. So I mean, it's a tough league. I think every night you got to come with it. Portland, with the tragedy that happened, condolences to their community and prayers for them. But the guy that took over, was at Palma, Westphalia for a long time, and they've always been good. And he's a really good coach. So every single night, you got to come with it. I don't think there's any off nights, which is exciting. You want to be in leagues like that.
Yeah. Also kind of kind of preview the rest of the kind of the upcoming games for you guys.
So we play Williamston on Tuesday, which if anybody from the Lansing area knows, that's a rivalry game, and always will be. So we're super excited about that one. We play Williamston on Tuesday. We'll play Sexton on Friday at home, which is a tough one. So we're at Williamston on Tuesday, Sexton on Friday home, and then we're off until after Christmas. We're actually playing in a Catholic school Christmas tournament on the 27th and 28th at Flint Powers, with Flint Powers, ourselves, Jackson Lumen Christie, and Ann Arbor Gabriel Richard. So we'll have 2 games there. So that's kind of the next 4 games we got coming up. And so really, really good, opponents, and we're excited about it.
Yeah. And really kind of, Jake, really, what do you want to really see out of your team in these next few games? And obviously, you want to get all of them back, but
Right.
What do you want to see out of these next few games out of your guys?
I mean, we just have to continue to get better. I mean, at the end of the day, with only the limited amount of practice time, and every single day we have to get better at something. We got to take steps forward, not steps backwards. Control we can control, but if we continue to get better every single day, at the end of the day, you want to be playing your best basketball in March, and that's the goal for us is continue to get better, continue to grow as a team. Because a lot of these guys haven't been in roles when they've really been counted on. We've talked about that. I mean, they had some really, really good players, at Lansing Catholic in the past. One to mention for sure is Alex Waters, who's now a preferred walk-on in the football team at Michigan State. I mean, he was a really, really good player. But because of that, he had the basketball a lot, and a lot of these guys haven't really been counted on, during games or end of games. And so, for them to continue to grow in those roles and understand what they have to do to be successful.
All right. Well, Jake Bullock, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck to you guys this year.
Casey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.